done a live and gotten out of practice with it, so I have no idea how this is gonna go, nor how long this is gonna be. But I thought I'd come on here and tell y'all some cool things that are happening in life. Because it's been quite a while since I've been on here to update you, and I'm gonna try to share this. I've only got Instagram working right now. Um, but yeah, uh, today I was working on some things, and I wanted to come on here and share with you what's new because it's been a while. So, gonna turn this sideways here so I can get comfortable. But anyway, so the Lord has been good. He's always good, regardless of what I see Him doing or not. Um, he's always good in all of His ways. And that's something I always want to acknowledge and to reflect on. Um, I was talking to my pastor yesterday. You know, it's, I find myself at least thinking, I probably overthink things quite a bit, but I think it's good to be conscientious of things. Um, I think that, I get concerned that I will try to do things on my own without really reflecting on the Lord and praying to Him on things and relying on myself, and I know that a lot of us are guilty of that, but my confession is that yeah, I can do that, and oftentimes that scares me. Yeah, that just I don't want to rely on my own strength, and thankfully the Lord is interceding for me on my behalf. So that gives me encouragement and courage um, to keep on keeping on. So, with that said, um, cool things the Lord has done that I've been able to see lately is I got a promotion at work, which is something I'm so thankful for and blessed by. The timing was crazy spot on. The Lord's perfect in His timing anyway. Um, and He showed that uh, when this took place. For many years, I was wanting that promotion. And I think had that promotion happened sooner, I may not have been ready for it. Um, but the timing came about like perfectly. My rent was raising and wasn't sure if I was going to be able to afford it. I was thinking I might have had to move, and just the Lord like answering prayers throughout the year, and um, yeah, really neat stuff how the Lord's worked in that. Um, but that's with work life. Um, and then in my personal life, something really amazing. Um, it still hasn't gone to vote yet, but if the Lord wills, I will become a deacon at my church. And I'm excited about that greatly because I don't know, I just like to serve in ministry and um, be able to bring what the Lord has given me as far as my giftings and abilities. I like to be able to use those things for His glory and to be able to serve Him with those things and let them not go to waste, you know? So um, today I was working on some deacon stuff, and something really neat, the way that the Lord has me wired is, yes, I'm a people person. I would prefer listening rather than talking. And here I am talking to you, right? So I would prefer to listen in conversation. Um, okay, so there's that. That could make me like an introvert, extrovert. I guess they call that an ambivert. I'm not sure. A mix of both. Um, okay, so there's that. But another thing that the Lord's really done is given me this mind for organization, structure, systems, processing, or should I say processes, and just neat things like that. And the way that my work, my job, has really cultivated that is that I've gotten more organized and structured in life, and everything has a place, and a place for everything in my house too. Like, it just kind of, it's like a whole ecosystem of Ricky in my brain, you know, like everything needs to be connected to something. And the cool thing is, like, that's kind of how the Lord has worked in the last few years in my life, just showing me that every little action or thing that is taking place is connected to something else. And it's really cool because, you know, when I do look at my job and stuff, I see that there's a lot of clerical work there. And then, like, having the nonprofit Ricky Speaks Life gave me the ability to be organized and organize that business. And then now I'm being put into a position where the Lord has me in a place that has a need for some structure and a little bit of organization with the deacon ministry and things like that. So I'm excited to bring that stuff to the table. But aside from all that today, you know, I spent some time working on something for my church. And something else like popped into my mind that I'm glad that it did, because it's not something that I've thought about for a while. So I have a heart for counseling and being able to hear people and listen to them intently and be attentive to them. And a little side tangent, I was on Instagram and I saw a video of something. No, I was on YouTube and saw something on YouTube about a married couple, and you know, comically he started out the video that he had to sleep on the couch. It was a Christian YouTube couple that, you know, I like to follow, and really cute couple, young couple. They love the Lord, which is amazing, and which I aspire that in the future for me, to be that couple like that. But anyway, something occurred to me. I thought about this. Now I'm getting back on course with the whole counseling thing. I understand that there are different dynamics and people have different rules for what they expect in their relationship or preferences that they have in their marriages, and everything is different. But here's what popped into my mind after watching that video, that YouTube video. I had this question: where did it come from that when you have an argument with your spouse, someone sleeps on the couch, or someone sleeps in the other room, or they go to the basement? And like, even now that I'm thinking about it, like, because I prayed about this literally like right after I saw that video. I was like, ah, like I've seen that too often, where someone in the couple will sleep on the couch. I think I've seen it in my parents. I mean, I see it on TV. And it's kind of, and I've seen it with friends. And it's kind of like this funny, comical thing that people make a joke of or make light of. Oh, I had to sleep on the couch tonight, or I got the doghouse. One, I'm saddened that that idea has crept over into the church, because that's extremely unhealthy in my observation of it. And the reason I say that it's extremely unhealthy, because when the couple separates, yes, I think that space can be good, especially in the midst of an argument, but I think that the enemy is really distorting the sanctity of the marriage bed. There's so much intimacy, not just sex, but intimacy that takes place in the bed. Like, there's a lot of chemistry, neurology that happens. You know, when you kiss your spouse, there's so much neurobiology that exchanges when you are kissing your spouse. Like, how cool is that, the way the Lord created that? Okay. So, when a couple does that, it distorts that marriage bed. Then it creates a different problem. It creates a disconnect, this abandonment kind of thing, this detached, almost passive aggressiveness. And it creates poor communication styles or habits, because the next day when the couple gets up, either they're going to act like nothing happened, or they're going to remain mad at each other. And that's super unhealthy. And I hear this quite a bit in married couples. I think that it's extremely unhealthy, and I strongly discourage this. When I hear a couple say that they don't argue, that is like the most, I don't know, that sits like wrong in my stomach. I think that the concern, and now I'm getting into a different territory, I think the greater thing that should be talked about is how you argue. Because argument is healthy, like that. I think that's, I don't know, like, just something that's another distortion from the enemy. How do you problem solve? does one just roll over and not um, say anything? Does one just accept everything? Then you have the other person who is the domineering person, and nothing gets resolved, and resentment is created in that marriage. And um, yeah, it breaks my heart to even think of that being something that takes place commonly, that couples just don't argue and think that that's a good thing. Um, Arguing does not have to be this loud, abrupt, or loud craziness, chaos that you might be led to believe. Arguing can be something like dialogue that is one disagreement with another disagreement, and coming together and learning how to compromise, learning how to agree in the moments of disagreements, not moments of just stifling yourself and not vocalizing things that need to be talked about. I think that that's definitely an unhealthy thing that that people do when they. I'm sorry, I just lost my train of thought. I think that when people um, ignore or take on that behavior, ignore what they're feeling and ignore what they're believing and thinking, and just stuff it down, that's unhealthy in a relationship. And that kind of leads me back to this whole like sleeping in different beds or sleeping in different rooms when there's an argument. I think that's just unhealthy. I really do. Um, it just creates more separation in the marriage, and it's not good. So, thank you for coming on to listen to some of the new things going on, but also hearing what was on my heart today. Yeah.